On, on,
হ্যাঁ
on.
এইমাত্র করছো নাকি আগে অন ছিল?
Right now, only now.
ওকে শুরু করো তাহলে।
Welcome to the, I think this is the third place decider.
Yep, of EDX Championship 2017, and the match is going on between Rise of CJ and Red Vipers. And we can see the first ban by Rise of CJ. It's a
The,
Zack ban.
we can see that Bradley is not here, so they're not banning out Wukong and other stuff. They're targeting the laners right now.
Yep.
And
And
what do you think? Does Shy plays a lot of Jace?
yeah, actually he plays Jace, and he prefers Jace over certain tanks because he likes to play aggressive in the laning.
And there even ban coming out for Seeker.
Yeah,
A good ban, and Zack is also a good ban comparing.
I don't think Seagull is ever gonna play Riven in the tournament
Why not?
because he's the best. He's been playing Riven for a long time now. So and then we can see the Galio ban.
Galio ban is common, just like Zack. Like they're meta bans, I think, right now.
Yup. And
And
there's a Malzahar ban for Death Note. It's a targeted ban.
yes, even though Malzahar is, I think, a little bit weak, right?
Yup. It's not the strongest pick, but it's okay. We have seen in LCK that I think Kuro played Malzahar and he like completely dominated Fakers. So there's a way to work it out.
And we can
And we
see a
can
cannon pick from Shy.
Yup.
And how do you think Seeker might respond to that?
There's a possibility of playing Renekton or Irelia, I think.
Yeah, Irelia is a good pick against Cannon, but what about Renekton? Is Renekton good?
Yeah, actually Renekton is good because Renekton is good at setting up ganks and he has bursts, right? So if you
Yes.
can get close with E and then give an empowered stun, I'm sure the jungler will provide enough damage to kill Kennen because Kennen is squishy early game.
So we can see Varus locked in from Synchro. Varus seems to be a contested pick in these tournaments, and a
Yeah,
lot of teams are trying to pick him first. We can
yeah,
see that now RVX Forest is picking, and he's picking Kha'Zix. He's
yeah,
probably not going for a tank this game because we have already saw him playing tanks in all these previous games, but now he's going for some damage in the jungle. Do you think they might let Seeker play tanky champions?
I think Seeker will prefer Renekton or Shen.
Yes, Shen can be a good pick, but
Irelia gets tanky as well later on if you manage to get ahead in the laning phase. They are probably going for kill team comp. They just wanna fight and kill. And we can see the Syndra ban for number 1 and the Lux ban for Death Note.
User in your channel timed out.
and the Orianna pick from Death, a good pick overall.
I think Death Note is going to play Orianna. Death is probably going jungle. He's a substitute for Bradley.
I see.
User entered your channel.
Yes, that's pretty good, I guess. Yeah. And the Talia pick from number 1. and Seeker is picking. You might be seeing some. Okay, what?
Oh, and that's an Akali locked in.
Kali is pretty strong in solo queue, but I didn't really know in team games.
Yup, we
If
don't
she
see Akali very often actually.
if she gets ahead, it can be a problem. But if not, she might be pretty easy to kill. We can see Lee Sin being picked. You think it's because of the Akali?
Yeah, it's a possibility because when Kennen goes in, Akali is a melee champ, right? So she has to go in to deal damage, and if you can manage to stun him in the melee range, then listen, it's a easy kill for listen.
Yes, and the vision helps as well. And so let's wait for the match to start. They're choosing their loadout, and like before, I still can't see the summoner spells from Orianna, Lee Sin, and the rest of the red team. So the game is starting now.
What do you think about the jungle matchup? Kha'Zix against Lee Sin?
In normal case, it probably helps Kha'Zix before level 6. After level 6, Lee Sin might be able to one-shot him with his ult, but it probably depends on their levels, who gains levels faster than the other one. And both of them are squishy champions, and both of them do a lot of damage, so it might be a 2v2. Might come down to a 2v2 when it comes to which jungler is going to win.
I think we're gonna see a lot of fights in the bot lane because people play Lucian to kill, right? It's not a good champion to farm and scale. Bot lane's gonna be really interesting.
Hey, wake up.
Alright.
And we're still waiting for the game to start. The spectator delay.
Alright, so I was talking to Frost. I think Loki is going to join us next game for casting.
Yeah, he
And
told me to keep a slot.
yes, exactly. So let's keep talking about the matchups. So in the top lane, against Cannon, I think Orianna might face a hard lane early game. What do you think?
Akali, you mean?
Yeah, Akali, yes.
Yeah, Akali. It's a hard lane until level 6, I guess. And it's not that hard because it used to be really hard because Akali had no gap closer before level 6. But now Akali's shout, the W, you can actually gap close with it. It's changed now.
Yes, that is true. But after level 6, Cannon might have a hard time because Akali does a lot of damage, So it's pretty hard to stay in lane against her. And top lane is a long lane. You can just run under tower like you can in the mid lane. So
Yup.
it might be a problem after Akali hits level 6.
Yeah, I think once Akali gets the gunblade with the slow, there will be no problem to catch Kennen. But Kennen is one of the best lane bullies of top lane, so we'll see. What do you think? Is there gonna be an invade this game? What's your prediction?
My prediction is there might not be an invade because I don't really see the champion pool good enough for invades. Other than Talia, if she plans to start with W, I think that might be good.
Talia's skills actually does a lot of damage in the early game. So if they fight in 5v5, there's a chance that RV will come out ahead. And there's always the hook.
Yes, there's always the hook. And even though Cold Blood is not playing Thresh, I think it was denied from him. He could have been very effective like he was yesterday's games. And what do you think about Cool Dude on Thresh? I haven't seen him playing Thresh much.
I think he plays Thresh. It's not one of his main champions, but he denied Thresh because they first picked it. And Cold Blood plays really good Thresh. So.
Yes, that's the reason right there.
And did you see the Silver Fang Akali splash art change before? Did you notice it?
Yes. Okay, so let me arrange the champions in the scoreboard for everyone's convenience. And there's Rihanna. And everything's set. So are they going for invades? It does look like they're going for invades, or are they? No, they're not. But the blue team is going for invades.
Yup.
They want blood. Let's see what happens.
It's the Blood Moon Thresh.
Yes, it's the Blood
User
Moon
in your
Thresh.
channel timed out.
Alright, so Lucian might be getting
And he's going in. We are expecting a hook. And Lucian starts E.
Yes, Lucian
What
started
the-
it, so
That's pretty unconventional.
and Death Note giving out some damage to compensate for the
Mid
bot
lane
lane.
is lost. Mid lane is completely lost by
Yes.
User entered your
RVX
channel.
side. If you outtrade your opponents before the minions come, it gives you a lot of confidence, right? And you're gonna be hitting all the skill shots. What's your timer, Tamid?
My timer is 1:30 now, 31, 32.
Oh, I think I'm 5 seconds ahead. Wait, I'll pause. I'm pausing on 140, okay?
37, 38, 39, 40,
Okay,
41,
okay.
yes. So, both junglers are starting in the bottom side.
Yup.
And they might not be following the level 4 route, they are going for the early ganks.
Yep.
Even though in this matchup the level 4 route is pretty strong because the one that hits level 6 first wins the matchup.
And
normally.
we can see a lot of trades going on to mid lane. Both of the mid laners lost 40% HP, I think. We can see some trades going on to bot lane.
And the Rakan shield is helping him win the trades against Thresh.
And Synchro killed the minion.
And there's a fight going on.
And there's the
Lucian
fight.
is still
It's a
level
versus
1.
level 2.
And
I don't
good.
think it's a good idea to fight right now. But
and,
actually they didn't lose the trade that bad.
yeah, I think they could have
No,
fought more, the blue team, but they decided not to go for the kill.
Because Thresh had already used his ignite, right?
Yes, I think it was too early. I think.
And
Ignite.
Synchro's ADC doesn't do any damage, that's the problem.
Yeah. Well, they're leaving the cannon for Synchro, and he's taking it with a Q.
And
And
GG is
Synchro
going aggressive.
Loses the trade.
We can see that Srikar is going in and Dakenen did not manage to land his stun, so I think if he managed to land his stun, it could have been first blood. And they're going all in.
For and Cool Dude is like really low, and even after that, like your AD carry lost health when Cool Dude was taking damage, so it did not go well for GG.
Yup. And as we can see that Akali is not having an easy lane. She's just focusing on farming on the tower until
Yes,
level 6.
and you can see that she's ahead on CS as well.
Oh yeah, I think it's probably because Kennen is trying to poke her while Akali is just focusing to farm.
Yes, so in these cases it's always better to zone someone out instead of pushing to their tower. It does not really deny them CS that much.
Yup.
And bot lane is pushing from the Red Viper side. And Akali is still giving out some damage onto Cannon.
Yeah, actually Akali outtraded Kennen.
And it's going to be a big problem after she hits level 6. It will be really hard for her to...
Yup.
And there's a
And
fight going
we
on
can
and
see that
exhaust
Death Note is
getting
going on
burned.
in.
And
But Kha'Zix is mid. I think there's gonna be a first blood. Yup.
and Orianna gets killed. And we can see there's a fight coming in, and
And
Cold
that's a
Blood
nice dodge
misses
by Cool
his
Dude.
Q.
Death missed his Q actually.
Oh yes, that's true as well. And that was a good gank, I think, because Lee Sin got a kill. It would have been better if GG got the kill, because Varus got it, so he's just a bit ahead compared to him from that gank.
Yup.
So what do you think? A gank and you trade 1-for-1, is it worth it? After
No,
a
not
2v3?
Not at all. I mean, not. It's not worth it for the rich side.
Yes,
Because-
that's what I'm saying, because they ganked.
Yup.
And we can see the wave is on a good position, and he can't keep it in that position. That wave is going to push, and it will go towards Akali, and that will be a problem after she hits level 6.
Yup.
And we can see
And
a
we
gank
can see
coming
that
from
Cool
Cool
Dude is
Dude.
roaming on mid, and he
And
tries to
the
hook and
hook
Death Note
misses.
dodges the hook.
But
That was a really good sidestep actually by Death Note.
yes, that was a good sidestep. Even though the Talia knockup landed, if the
Yup.
hook landed, she would have died right there.
Yes.
And Cool Dude misses the cannon minion.
Tilting synchro.
Yes. And Synchro trying to CS under tower. And some word control wars going on between supports. And Lee Sin is coming in.
Oh, that's a nice knock up and E by Talia, but I think they just got. And RVX is coming out ahead, and that's a nice. I don't know why Talia.
That
didn't
was a
grab it,
fail from Talia, I think, but she's gonna get the kill anyway.
Yup.
Or is she?
Oh, another, and that's a flash.
And a good kill. And Lee Sin is level 5. What are they going
Orianna
to do
is
about
level
it?
5 as well. And it forced the teleport of Akali, but it doesn't really matter because Akali is level 7 now and she can just zone Kennen.
So
User in your channel
do
timed
you
out.
think it was a good teleport from Akali? Because she could teleport in the river side too, to cut off the Orianna and the Lee Sin.
Yup. He could have done that.
Yes, exactly. So we can see that Akali is getting the upper hand now in the laning phase, and Kennen is playing,
Yeah, I think
Zoned
Akali
out.
is just going to dive Kennen soon.
and it
Kennen
will
is
be
really low now, so
yes, Kennen can't do anything about it because of how squishy he is.
I think Kennen should have gone for some Hexdrinker build, Magic Resist build. or even the health
Yes,
part of
you
the
you
movement.
must get MR against Akali, otherwise it gets really hard to
If
survive
Akali
in lane.
starts to snowball, it she's really disgusting. And
As
as we can see that in the bot lane, GG has a Cutlass, while Synchro has a Cutlass and a Recurve Bow. That's a pretty big lead.
Yes, that's a pretty big lead. He has 2 kills, uh, and it will be a big problem if they can if they try to fight and Synchro can capitalize on that. And Cool Dude might be looking for a fight right there. He's not level 6 yet, and he is looking for a fight.
And that was a good hook. And
GG's ult gets used, and
yep, I don't think it was a good ult.
no, it did not really do anything. It did not push the wave, it did not put any damage. So we are getting for another hook, and Coldblood might be dead right here. Or is he? He is, and Lee
Yeah,
Sin
he-
comes in
and
for the
Lee Sin
rescue, and the flash burn from Synchro.
And nice Q by Lee Sin, and it's probably gonna be a kick. And
Lee Sin dies out as well.
there's too
And
many
Synchro gets
minions
a
to
triple
tank.
kill.
That's really good play by the RVX bot lane because
Do you
it's
think
a
going
2
in for the
versus 3
Thresh
and
was
a
a good
2
idea? I think they should have killed the Varus instead. What do you think?
Yup. Yeah.
Yeah, so you dived and you gave the Varus 3 kills, and he's now 6-0. It's going to be a big problem for the red team now.
Yeah. And we can see that trades going on to mid lane. And a nice knock up by Talia. And Oriana was flashed to land his
And a good gank from Forest from the unexpected side.
Yup.
And all of
Forest
the
actually flashed for
yes,
that.
Forest actually flashed.
And we can see it
A
all
fight
in.
going
Akali
on.
doesn't really have any energy, but
And
Forest
another
comes in
good
again
gank
and-
from Forest out of nowhere. He was looking at the fight from afar, and he decided to join it. And
Yup.
Kuldu joins them as well. Are they going to take the top tower now? They might be going for the Rift Herald.
I don't think
Or
so.
no.
They're just going to get first out.
Yes. And CJ responds by taking the dragon. It's an Infernal Drake, and it's very important. And a teleport
And
coming
we can
in.
see the teleport coming in from
They
Akali.
should take it as soon as they can.
And they got the Infernal Dragon, so
And let's see
And
what Akali can
Akali
do.
gets
She's
out of
exhausted.
first I think Lee Sin should commit and kill Akali. I don't know why he's running.
Yeah, he
I think there was
when
a
you're playing as
miscommunication.
Lee Sin, you should not be running away because
Yup.
that's not what you should be doing.
Had he pinned GG, I think they could have gotten the kill of Akali.
And this is not the right time to go in.
Yup. And
And
you can see that isolation damage from Kha'Zix.
Yes.
One Q did like 50% of Lee Sin's health.
Yes, and also you know in that fight Lee Sin had his ultimate, so
Yup,
he
that's
could
what I was saying.
he could turn that fight around if he stayed.
And Lee Sin gets one shot.
Lee Sin gets one shot. He can't do anything about it. So this is the problem when you're playing hard champions. It's very hard to get effective if you're behind, and your decisions play a big role in team fights. So unless you are very comfortable with the champion, you might be having some trouble.
Yeah, Death is actually not a jungle main, so but he's trying his best.
Yes, that's the thing. So we can see that there is a surprise gank on GG, and we'll see what they're doing there. There might be a dive coming out from Akali, and Akali
And
going
see
in.
the- and
And
It's a
number
good enemy
one
to
is
knock up.
going to die.
And that's a good ult by Death Note. I think Seeker is going to die. Yup.
And Sikar died, and
But
does
Seeker
not get the
died
shutdown gold.
after killing GG. So
Yes. Well, that might be how the rest of the game is going to go, because they're so strong. They're just diving you into your second tower, and killing you. It's a big problem. And I think it's about time that Kenan joined up with his team to do something. And an ult from Kenan,
and that was a really good ult, but I don't think they have enough damage to. Okay, they
and
do.
they have enough damage to do something. In team fight, Synchro was destroyed.
Yup.
And he could not do anything in all the
That was a
CC.
really nice play by Rise of CJ, considering how much behind they are.
Yes,
They-
but when you are playing a team fight comp, it doesn't really matter how behind you are. If you are a little behind, you can always come back. So that's what they were doing right there.
But I still think they are just too behind to come back.
Yeah, they're a bit behind, yes.
It's 14 minutes and it's a 7k gold lead. That's pretty huge. If they manage to kill Synchro, I think that team fight is not going to be as hard.
Yes, because Synchro has most of the cash banked in his account. So killing Synchro would decimate most of the cash earned. In that
And
case,
Talia doesn't really have any kills. All of our kills was
Yes.
taken by someone else. Feels bad, man.
well, even in that case, Talia is doing a lot of damage, as we have seen.
Yup.
So it's going to be a problem. Everyone is being a problem in this team, and you can't really count out the Kazakhs anyway, because he's also doing a lot of damage.
Yup.
As we can see, Lee Sin is trying to contest the Rift Herald.
I don't think the Rift Herald is worth it. And Sigar is going to dive GG, I think. And that's a
GG
good
might
ultimate
kill
by
him. And that was pretty good, and showing the badge.
GG. Yup. I mean, did you see that GG landed the entire ultimate in the invisible Akali?
Yes,
He had
yes.
no vision.
Well, that was pretty good of him. 1-4 GG beating a 5-1 Akali. Even considering that there were not much tower
And
shots.
Lee Sin invaded. Lee Sin was invaded by Kazakhs, but they could have fought it, I think. Lee
I
Sin
think
had
they could have
ultimate.
killed him because Lee Sin had ultimate.
Yup.
And he had warriors too, so Kazakhs might have been dead right there.
Yeah, he had enough bursts with the Thunderlords and the Q reset.
And
That's a nice hook by Cool Dude.
but Cool Dude is going to die.
And the nice ulti by Death Note. And we can see that Cold Blood flashing in and ulting two people. He knocked up Synchro, and we can see the redemption coming from Cold Blood.
And a good
And the
flash
flash
Q
Q by Lee Sin.
from Lee
But
Sin.
Seeker has come to clean up, and she gets kicked in the face.
And this is the
And-
problem with Akali. When you are playing Akali against a team, you get killed like that.
Yeah, if you commit too hard, you're just gonna get killed.
So what do you think now? Do you think CJ has any chance right now?
I think the game can still be turned around because Oriana is not behind actually.
Yes, she is doing a decent amount of damage, and GG is also a very good player, as we have seen.
Yup.
He can turn around the game, given that he's given a good team fight. I think
And that's a nice knockup
Shy
by
might be
Talia.
dead.
I think another Q finish will finish him out. Yeah.
I think he was not expecting Talia there. He just walked in for the CS and he just got killed.
Yup. But I should say that considering how strong team RV is, GG and Death Note are playing really well.
Yes. And if they were not behind, I think the game could have been a bit different. And as we can
and that's
see,
a nice hook by Kuldu.
and the heal
and they
burned
managed to
from
get out.
GG.
And Kuldud is going really ham, as we can see.
Yes. He's trying to fix his KDA.
Yeah, I think
It looks bad.
he's competing with Amnun.
Yes.
Because right now Amnun has better KDA and he's on the losing side. So.
Yes, he has more assists, 1 kill, and kind of in two-digit CS.
Yeah. Well, you can't really blame the support for dying. That's the rule of solo.
Yeah, that's the thing. But you must have some kills when you are getting so up front. And Lee Sin
we can see
taking
that
the
GG,
red for himself.
I think the red should have been given to the ADC. What do you think?
Yes. At this point of the game, the red should be given to the ADC because
Kuldu
it
tried
gives so
to
much
hook him, but
utility.
the hook misses. That's a nice dodge by Kulbar actually. And what do you think about the item build of Lee Sin?
The item
He's
build.
just stacking magic resist, but both Paras and Kha'Zix are extremely fed. So
Yes,
I think he's going for armor now.
I think
probably
he
Deadman's
might
Plate.
he might go for Deadman's Plate or a Phage. I think Phage would be a bad choice. I think in these
Yup.
cases because your top mid and AD carry, all of them are doing so much damage. You don't really need to go for damage with Lee Sin right now.
Yup.
And GG getting trolled by the Raptors. But he manages to get all of them without issues.
And the Q misses from Synchro. And as we can see, Lee Sin is trying to kill number one, but
Number one was scared and he backed off.
yes.
And they're starting Baron, and Lee Sin might have no idea that Baron is being taken at the moment.
Yup. Actually, they don't have any idea, or even if they do, they don't want to contest it because they're just too behind to contest it.
Like it would be a good thing if Lee Sin could go in and steal the Baron. When you're in a losing team, that could turn around a team fight or
Yup.
turn around the game. So you should always try to steal a Baron if you know that they're doing that.
Yup. Because that's the only way you're going to come back. And we can see a lot of damage coming from Death Note. And the one-man ultimate by Death Note, I'm not sure that was a good idea. And we can see that Seeker is split pushing and taking the inhibitor. But the game is paused. It's probably because of the high packet loss we have today. A lot of players are facing this issue.
I see. Alright, so we're going to come back after the pause, but the thing is that do you think right now they have any chance to come back? The blue team has Baron now and they're pushing down the towers, and so what do you think about it now?
There's really a slim chance to come back if Akali makes some huge mistake like going in, because the blue side is not tanky, so if they make mistakes they're just gonna get punished and die. So that's the only way they can come back. Other than that, it's not possible. They are good players, right? So that's not, they won't make these mistakes.
And they're reconnecting battle ping. So what do you think? Varus went from 7-0 to 7-2. You think he's going to go 8-2 or he's going to go 7-3?
I think 7-3 is a better possibility.
Why? Because they synchro.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think? Who has done the most damage this game?
I think it was done by Talia.
Yeah, it should be Talia. The one with the lowest skills but the highest damage.
Yes, and the like highest assist other than Thresh.
Yup.
Be that as it may, we may be seeing the inhibitor go down after this time, and at the same time the mid tower will go down, and the red team has to do something, has to make something work, and if they can't, it will be a problem. So they're resuming the game. Let's wait for that. And the inhibitor is being taken. And what was that from Lee Sin? A kick from Lee Sin for no reason, and Lee Sin might be dead right here.
And it was really nice ult by Varus. And Kuldu sacrificed his life for the team.
Even though he sacrificed, he managed to get one kill to make his KD a little bit better than before.
Yeah, but it's still worse than Rakan's. So.
Yes, but he is ahead in CS, so you know that counts for something.
Yup.
So he's ahead in 12 CS. Does that count for 1 assist or 2 assists?
Yeah, it does actually. 12 CS gives you more than 1 assist.
Yeah, so we can say that he is kind of equal. And after losing 2 inhibitors, I think Rise of the CJ is going to defend, and the dragon is coming up.
Lee Sin is going for a solo Baron.
Alright. Yes, he wants to destroy the ward, the pink ward, because this pink ward caused them to lose Baron. So he's pretty mad.
And we can see all of them are moving top. They're just trying to kill Seeker while RV is taking the dragon.
RV might be closer to ending the game. And Lee Sin going for a 1v1.
And we can see a 1v1. That's a nice kick by Lee Sin. Do you think Lee Sin will manage to kill Dahlia?
Well, he almost... Oh my god, what was that ultimate?
It was a synchro ultimate.
What the...
And that's a nice flash by Synchro. It's not expected because he usually dies in that ultimate. I think someone else is playing on Synchro second. What do you think?
No, I think that ultimate proves that it's synchro. And he, after he missed his ultimate, he wanted to ult flash, you know, so he ulted and he pressed flash, and you know, it happened in 2 different times.
Yeah. And Death Note has positive KDA now, but it was made equal by
Cinco, yes.
Oh, Cinco.
Yes. So the game is ending, and GG well played by both teams. I think RVX played a little better
Yep.
from the looks of it. There were a bit of a problem when taking decisions on who to kill, and there were some tower dives that should not have happened. And all in all, RVX deserved to win the game.
Yep. We should see the damage graph.
And let's look at the damage graph. The Talia, as we have said before, it has done the highest damage, and the second highest is going to Varus and Akali, and then the Orianna, the Guru, and then there's Kennen and Lee Sin. Lee Sin actually did more damage, or no, he did less damage than Kha'Zix. Anyways, it was a good game, and I think there will be another game, and we are going to wait for that. And we will have another shoutcaster with us.
Yep.
The Loki, or also known as Pistols.
Yep.
Revolver.
Revolver without bullets.
Yes. So why do you think his name is Pistols? Why not Machine Gun or something like that?
I think it's because he plays a lot of Jhin, and Jhin has to reload just like Pistol.
Yeah, Jhin has a pistol, yeah. Okay. Thanks, Tim. So we are waiting for getting the invitation onto the next game. Let's see what we hear from. And we already have the invitation.
And there is Loki. I think you should give him the IP and password of TeamSpeak. Okay, Thamit, hello.
Yes.
So I think you and Loki should shoutcast the next game.
I think you should stay here too, because I will have to take dinner right now. And we can all stay. He can do most of the talking, but we also can join in time to time.
Alright.
What's up, guys? My name is Pistols, and welcome back to the EDX Championship Cup for the Bangladesh tournament. This is the third place match. It's RVX versus team again, Rise of CJ, for the third place match. And this match is pretty important because the winner of this match will be going on to represent Bangladesh in the India versus Bangladesh tournament or whatever, which is happening this week. Joining with me today is gonna be
User
the
entered your
god in the
channel.
mid lane, Mr. LEH Revenant,
Hey,
and
you're speaking
guy
too high
streaming
of
this
me.
game, Tamid. So what's up, guys?
Yeah, what's up,
So,
Loki?
So we got an interesting first game. I mean, there was a lot of kills, and that's always fun to see. What do you guys think about the second game? Do you think, Rise of CJ is gonna change their draft strategy, change their entire playstyle? Like, what do you think? What do you think they should do in order to take a game off of RVX?
Yeah, as we can see that Rise of CJ played Kennen last game, but on this game they banned Kennen. So they're probably going for a different strategy because as we have seen the last game, it didn't really work out well for Rise of CJ.
Yeah, dude,
And
and what do you think about the counter pick? Because Akali is I don't know I don't know much about top, but is it a traditional counter pick against Kennen, or is that just one of Seeker's personal counter picks?
Akali is actually good against Kennen after level 6, but there's a problem that Akali doesn't do good if the jungler camps. So, and I don't know why the game was.
well,
Okay.
if they were not ahead, the other lanes, I don't think Akali could have been a problem, you know.
Yeah.
The other lanes were so ahead, and she just get to dive and stuff, you know. You saw how she died in the bot lane near the inhib tower, you know.
Yeah,
It's just really easy to kill Akali in a team game.
I think Akali is like a Yasuo without CC and wind wall.
Yeah, kind of like that.
I mean, then again, you are a Yasuo expert, so do you guys have plans of picking him tomorrow against the finals against two Shizukunas, right?
Hey, come on, no spoilers, man.
Yeah, Yasuo support. Alright, I think the game is going to start again. We might be seeing some tank picks because there's no reason to play damage when your mid laner and AD carry is known for being damage dealers, you know? Like,
Yup.
when you have a damage dealer in the mid lane and damage dealer in the AD carry, as players, you should be playing tanks in the top lane and the jungle. So I hope CJ the Shy will pick some tanky champions to support his mid and AD carry in the team fights.
Indeed. And I also had a question because usually when we draft, when we play against Indian teams, or when we play against even SG teams, a lot of teams like to prioritize picks like Shen, Gragas, and these really strong meta picks. In Bangladesh, do people prefer to play on champions they're comfortable with, or what are your thoughts on the general meta inside Bangladesh?
I think people usually prefers to pick comfort pick, and if some meta picks is good, and actually the players try to learn the meta picks, but sometimes it doesn't work out, you know. People still goes for the comfort pick. I think.
Yes, it happens a lot. As you can see, you saw Akali last game, you know. How many Akalis do you see in tournaments? Right.
And you don't see a Riven ban of it, right?
Yeah.
Is Riven ban still a stable ban against Seeker? Because
Yeah,
this
you
guy,
can you
yeah,
can
go
never
ahead.
leave Riven open. It's a mistake.
Because even back then when season 3, when he was the most dominant player in Bangladesh, people were still banning his Riven, and people still ban his Riven even though today. So 4 years pass, and there's just still one ban that goes for this guy. So, he
Yup.
must be one heck of a Riven player.
Yup. He usually gets his pentakills on Riven in tournaments.
So you think? So what are your opinions? So Loki, you did see the first game, right?
Yeah, I did see parts of the first
So
game,
what do you think about the Lee Sin pick now?
Lee Sin pick now. I mean, they got it the first game, and it really didn't work out. I mean, I really don't think champions like Lee Sin and stuff is gonna work against Forest. I mean, this guy was challenger at the beginning of the season. He must have played against like the best Lee Sins in Singapore. So like, I'm pretty sure he really knows how to play against that Lee Sin pick, and it's just the overall pick
Yes,
itself.
I think too. Like a listen is very hard to make it work, you know. And if you can
And
gank early and get a lead, it also gets hard to make him work in team fights.
and dude, speaking of meta picks, you can see the meta picks on top lane. The Fiora against Shen.
Finally, we get a Shen versus Fiora.
Yes. An interesting lane to watch, and the final ban is coming up. What's it gonna be?
I actually think CJ should have banned Zaya Rakan. I don't know if this thing Shinchi and Diamond 5 and Synchro play it. I mean, they've already picked their bot lane here. I really think RVX should have banned Zaya Rakan because it is a very strong lane to play, especially in the meta. But like, we still haven't seen it last game, so I don't know if they're gonna pick it this game or they're. I mean, they've already picked a Braum, so
I don't think they're gonna pick Zaya. As we have said, BT meta is mostly of comfort picks.
Yeah, indeed. Nobody. I mean, we play against you, and you guys play a lot of Zaya Rakan.
So Lucian pick coming in for GG. So Lucian is one of his best champions to date, and he will not give it up, you know, against Zaya and stuff like that.
And Loki, Pistols, what do you think about the bot lane matchup this game?
Lucian Braum versus Bard Varus. I mean, Varus. These RVX went for more of like a utility-based bot lane. I mean, you got Bard with some decent playmaking and pretty good in lane. Whereas CJ, they just went with like a really safe lane, Braum Lucian, where like they shouldn't lose lane, but you know, I hopefully they don't lose lane as Braum Lucian. That's
all
just
right. So what are we seeing here?
And we can see the SKT mid lane matchup of today. You know, Kuzan played Galio against Faker's Cassiopeia.
And who came out on top?
Faker pressured Kuzan really hard, and it's just Kuzan's team didn't play really well, so it was an equal matchup on mid lane, I think.
Cassiopeia should be good against tanks, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing that Galio can just rush adaptive helm, which negates a lot of damage from Cassiopeia.
Yeah, that's
And with
true.
the damage reduction from the taunt, it's not an easy kill for Cassiopeia in the late game.
Yeah, like,
that's true.
Besides the laning phase, I really think Rise of CJ, their comp just lacks overall damage. I mean, they've got the Galio in the mid lane, which doesn't do that much damage. Just a little bit of wave clear, which is most likely why they pick it. But then, you know, Shen in the top lane, I think their comp overall just lacks damage. I don't think Lucian can do that much damage unless he gets really far ahead against that comp. And I don't think RVX will let him get that far ahead.
Unless
Yeah,
you,
that's true.
yeah.
And with the Galio mid picks, we usually see a damage dealing top lane like
Like
Rumble.
a Rumble, like a
Yeah,
Jace.
Rumble, Jace, Camille, or Fiora. But they picked Shen, so that's an interesting strategy.
Well, you still don't know he's going to go Infinity Edge, you know? So we can expect a lot of things from the Bangladeshi teams. Also, the Lee Sin pick, Lee Sin is not going to be doing much if he's going for the traditional builds, and I think the main damage source is going to be the AD carry.
Yup.
On the other hand, you can see on the other team, the most of them are damage dealers.
Yeah, they don't have a real tank actually.
Yeah, so do you think it's going to matter? Because it becomes a problem when the enemy team has a lot of tanks and they just, you know, pile up on you, and it
But the thing about tank is it takes a while for them to get tanky, and Elise is a really good ganker, so they can gank early game and probably shut the tanks down. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah, and well, he's gonna be right back. I really think Rise of CJ, they weren't really tracking the Kazakhs down last game. I mean, they were like, Kazakhs was just, ganking mid and then straight up going to top lane and then ganking top and then, just all over in each and every lane. And I think Rise of CJ, they need to be a little bit more respectful for Forest. They need to at least, track him down, get vision.
Yes, but I would like to add something. Kazakhs did not really set up those ganks. He was there, but I think the lane was won before he was there. He came at the last moment and got kills, but he did not really pressure that much. You see, he came at the last moments and he took kills. So
Yeah,
I have.
you shouldn't be letting a Kazakhs like going to mid, getting a kill, and then straight running through bot. Running to top through tri brush to just pick up
No,
another kill.
my point is that the fight was already lost 1v1 before he was even there. So that's my point. Like, he came in last, but
Oh, you're saying that they're just not winning. They're just not like holding up in lanes, right?
yes, they could not hold up in lanes. They lost the fights 1v1, and Kazakhs was the he just came in last. He did not have any impact in the 1v1s.
User in your
Well,
channel
that's
timed
just
out.
unfortunate. I mean, I think this game, I don't think they're gonna be losing lane that hard. I mean, they have a lot of stay lanes. They have the Lucian Braum bot lane, which shouldn't lose to Boris Bard, and then they've got the Galio versus Cassiopeia mid lane. I don't think Galio should be having a problem against Cassiopeia. Only top should be a little problematic at the, should be problematic for the most part.
Actually, in the early game, before Fiora hits level 6,
User entered your
Shen
channel.
has the upper hand. It's just the ultimate is really hard for tanks to deal with.
Area and once Shen gets at level 6, he should be looking to make a play bot. So like, Rise of CJ, their overall comp is just to look to get those 5-man bots and just use everything on bot and just get their like bot lane ahead, because I really don't see them getting ahead in their own lanes.
We will see which jungler has the more impact, and from what we have seen here, the Shen wins early game against Fiora, but after level 6 or 7 it will be a hard lane for him as well. So
Yep.
if they can get Shen ahead, or they can get Galio ahead and Galio can wave clear and roam with the other members, they might be able to turn this around.
What do you think about the keystone changes on the AD carries? I mean, Varus used to take Deathfire Touch and then Fervor of Battle, and now it's Warlord's Bloodlust. What's your opinion, Pistols?
I mean, I don't know. I really don't like Warlord's Bloodlust. I mean, ADCs have too much sustain. I like the Fervor meta where like there was like a lot of damage and there was not like more of sustain. Now like, even if you take like poke lanes, they can just sustain up, and they just forcing people out of lane isn't like as effective as it was before. So,
Yeah, that's true.
anyways, the game does start. I don't think any of these teams are gonna go for an invade. Where I mean, Rise of CJ, they could have gone for an invade. They got the Braum, they got the Lucian. I wouldn't see why not. But
Yeah, they have a lot of CC, and RVX is actually a really squishy team. So if they manage to stun one, it's a first blood, I think.
yeah, they have really good follow up with the Braum Lucian. But instead, they just want to take it safe. I guess respecting them, giving a little bit too respect. And they're just bot lane just gets to walk into the tri-brush for free. That's just that's something pretty new.
I think they're scared. They thought that RVX will invade and stuff like that. And as we can see that Elise is starting blue and Lee Sin is starting red. It's a traditional bot lane start.
I actually thought Forrest would be starting the Raptors, but no, instead he's just gonna go for the traditional start, I guess.
Yup. If you do the buffs earlier, you can gank faster, but Raptor gives you more XP lead, so you can level up faster. It's a personal choice, I think.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so the blue buff gonna be started out by RVX, and the red buff gonna be started up by blue team, and then oh wow, the Galio's already pushing in into Cassiopeia. He is not gonna be having a fun time in this matchup.
Yeah. I mean, right now Galio is so broken. I don't know why anyone lives without him.
Is Lee Sin actually coming in for a level 2 gank?
And a good Q from Synchro and Lee
Wait,
Sin
he's
is.
actually coming in for a level 2 gank. What? Yeah, this is just not gonna work, man.
Yeah,
No,
this
is just
it doesn't
no
work like
way,
that, man.
dude.
Come on.
This is
What was he
And
thinking?
Lee Sin just got
prep the
stunned.
lane for it to like happen properly, and now go.
Well, it could have worked if you were from the red
Forest
team.
Oh my god, dude, this is
disaster,
already getting a
man.
little bit spicy if you ask me.
They just
Well,
want to fight, you know.
This gank could have worked if Lee Sin was from the red team. He
I know,
yeah.
I guess so.
Oh, and we can see that
Heal.
DG is going in, and heal was forced.
And that was a good play from GG. He just burned the heal, and
I think
now
that was
they're
a little
back in the
bit
game.
disrespectful from RVX, to be honest. I mean, they saw the level 2 all in, and
He
wow,
doesn't have heal, so
And
are
he
they going
doesn't
to
have
fight?
heal, so they're just going all in.
that's not healing. That's no summoners for Synchro. I mean,
Yeah.
I think RVX is just, just too cocky in this bot lane. I mean, they saw the level 2 gank, that didn't work, so they're just trying to, push their boundaries too much. But like in a level 2 all-in like that, especially from like Lucian and Braum, you have to respect it, even though if the level 2 gank fails. Like, you're just gonna have to respect it because, you saw Synchro, he didn't respect it there, and he was forced to use both the summoners, so now he's gonna be at a disadvantage for the next 5 minutes or so.
I think they're just gonna recall because they have used all their mana, and Braum has heal while Bart has heal, but
Oh, this
Braum
is
does not.
interesting. There's gonna be an invade over on the blue buff. Forest looking to 3 buff. Oh, they get Lee Sin. They actually don't get Lee Sin. Lee Sin spots them out. His
Yup.
laner should be coming to help him.
Yeah, and
Shen
Galio
trying
came
to-
down actually. And Forest will not get this blue buff.
In the bottom gank, I think Lee Sin was really set behind. He's still level 2, and just now he hit level 3. He has to keep his levels if he wants to be useful.
Yeah, and you can just see the farm differentials in the mid lane, especially. Like, I mean, not in the mid lane, but in the solo lanes in general. I mean, Shinchai over already up like 10 CS in a Galio matchup, which he should not be up that much
Yup.
CS.
Actually,
yeah, same
Galio
with
is
top.
good until level 6 against Cassiopeia.
Yeah, exactly. And Death just casually showing himself in lane that he's gonna go bot side, even though he has no camps left.
He's just
He's playing the mind game.
Indeed. These are some next level mind games. I mean, just goes in, puts the.
And there's a gank coming up top. There's a gank coming up top. Elise
Elise
moves
is
in,
moving
and
top,
there's
and I don't think Shen
the 10.
has any. And Shen was forced to use taunt,
Wave is pretty big. Seeker's taking a lot of
and
damage.
I think
The
Shen
Cocoon
can
hits
just
and
fight.
first
Oh,
blood's
that's a
gonna go for
nice
Forest.
flash prediction by RVX Forest. He predicted the flash and threw the.
And do you think Shen could have killed Fiora? Because she was tanking so much damage there.
Yeah, I think he if he managed to dodge the cocoon with flash, he would have killed the Fiora.
Yeah, indeed. He had a window of outplay, but he just didn't take it. I guess. I mean, the nerves are probably getting to him or so. I don't really know.
Yup. And I think Lee Sin is just coming to gank bot lane in the wrong time.
Yeah, these people aren't like communicating it properly. Because if you're gonna gank, at least make sure the wave's in a correct position. I mean, these guys, Lee Sin's just wasting his time here. I mean, he had he had a camp up over on top side, but instead he just comes bot side, takes the plant, puts down a control ward. I mean, he's not literally doing anything. He's not pressurizing. He's not doing anything. And now he's just losing in CS.
And you see Elise is moving towards the top side once again. Is she going for another gank? And she is.
Yeah, I think so. I think once Forrest is smart. Like once a fucking laner doesn't have flash, he is gonna abuse it. And
Yup.
I think.
And another
yeah,
Lee Sin gank.
I saw it.
And
Yeah.
nothing happened. I think Lee Sin is coming around.
I don't think he can gank. I think
Is he
can
going
take
for a
the
dive?
jungle
No.
wall, like if he can't gank because
I don't think a dive so early with 2 members is going to work.
And I like this. I mean, he sees.
Is there going
sees
to be?
Elise over on the top side. Takes the bottom side jungle. He's gonna get a free blue buff, I guess. Cassiopeia also moving. Oh no, she just places a pink ward. So this is gonna be a free blue buff onto blue team. I mean, this is actually really smart from the Rise of the CJ, considering all the plays we've seen in these two games, last game and this game. So you know, jungler's top side, take the blue buff. That's pretty standard.
Yup. And we can see that Fiora is invading, and he has put a ward in the blue buff.
Okay, yeah, this is no way. If this works,
Uh,
it's so obvious this is not gonna work. No way. Lee Sin doesn't have level 6. He's half HP. Why would you even go for that?
and Cassiopeia had cleanse, so
Well, he burned her cleanse, so you know. I'd say
Yeah,
that
I mean,
worked.
Cleanse for basically cleanse for
a Shen
TP, I
ultimate.
really don't
And
think that-
this is a problem for Lee Sin.
Oh, that's a flash and ignite.
Flash ignite. That's
Well played by Bard, I think. You can land your skill shots with just flash and ignite. Can't outplay that.
Yes.
So this guy, this guy saw Elise over at top lane, you know, takes the Grom, takes the blue, you know, that's all good. And then he fucks it up with a fail gank over in the mid lane when he's not level 6 yet. Goes, does the Raptors later, and then just gets wrecked by a good roam by RVX Diamond 5. I mean, I
Well,
have no
let's not
idea,
blame
man.
him because he's not a jungle main. He rarely plays jungle actually. He's just a substitute.
Yes,
For
he's subbing for
Bradley.
Bradley.
User in your channel timed out.
Okay, but like, I don't know, man. It just seemed really funny.
Okay, so we are seeing trades coming up on top lane, and
And that was a
Shen-
good block by Shen. What's your timer, Tommy?
my timer is 9, 6, 7, 8.
Oh yeah, we are in sync.
Well, rep mine's 9, 10, 9, 11, 9, 12,
Yeah,
9,
yeah.
13,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And the fight breaking
And
out
we can see
between
that,
Shen and Fiora. And Elise is here, so Shen backs off.
But it was a good trade by Shen, I think. He chunked Sika really hard.
Can you guys tell me your timers right now?
9,
9,
34,
34,
35.
35.
So Elise is coming for Lee Sin's blue. Lee Sin is still level 5, so
And
she
that's
takes it. I think
Oh,
Elise
they
should be
kinda-
dead
that's a
right
nice
here.
flash and taunt by Galio. And I think Elise will die here actually because
Elise
he
is gonna
doesn't have
die.
flash.
Yes, Elise should die, and Death Note takes his double buff.
Yup. That's a good flash and taunt by Death Note.
That's actually really bad from Forest. I mean, his we have some fighting.
And we have some 1v1
And we
going
can see a
on
1
between
versus
Synchro.
1 going on to bot lane and a nice
Oh my
ultimate.
god, what a bottle.
Nice.
Wow,
ult.
that
And good
bottle.
flash from
And good
GG.
flash. And they managed to kill the bot lane of RVX.
Wait, is this guy gonna die? No.
I think
Grom
so
doesn't
because
land.
Galio has
Stun.
taunt
Oh,
and
takes
he...
the plant. He is stunned. Does he have any? Oh my god.
That
dude.
was a
Oh,
good
and
double
that
shot from
dash
GG.
and max range auto attack
Oh
by
wait,
GG.
wait, there's more guys, there's more.
Alright.
He looks like
Oh,
he's in trouble. Galio's gonna go
uh,
forward. Taunt does land, does Death have the damage?
But
oh
they
my god,
missed
nope,
most
they
of their
turn it
skill
around.
shots. I don't think that's a
Beautiful
good
2v2
idea.
coming out from RVX.
I don't think they should have committed after missing so many skill shots. Only the taunt landed and Cassiopeia had
No, like
flash.
when Lee Sin missed his Q, I think they should have backed off just then. You know, that would be a good choice.
Yeah,
because they
that
won a
was
fight
already a
both
good
lane.
trade.
Yes. GG got a double kill and you won the fight. Why go there and then die? You know, it doesn't make any sense. And Death Note going aggressive and winning the
Death Note is going
trade.
aggressive.
But Lise is here. Now what, can he do anything?
I don't
No,
think
he
so.
can't. So I think Lee Sin should be around so that he can ult out.
Lee Sin, I know, yeah, yeah.
You know, roam around mid side, always giving support.
Now that's gonna be the Rift Herald, gonna be taken by RVX. Yeah, there's just only so many mistakes you can make per game, and
And GG
Lee
going
Sin's
aggressive. Gets
Considering
stung
how
by
the other
Bard.
lanes are going, the bot lane is actually playing really well of Rise of CJ. That's the only lane
Lee Sin
in which
come
they're
in for
ahead.
a weird lane gank. Forces the
And that's a
TP out of
nice Q by
Fiora.
Brom.
And they
And
should be killing the... Okay, the teleport got cancelled. This
I don't
means
think the
they...
Shen ult was necessary.
Anyway, this calls for a tower and a dragon.
I mean, it's Ocean Drake. I really wouldn't call that a dragon.
Well, a dragon is a dragon, so
Yeah,
what can you
just
do?
wait for the Elder Dragon.
Yeah, you gotta wait for the Elder Dragon. Now that's a dragon to slay, huh?
Alright, so Synchro is rotating towards the mid lane and they're trying to take mid, or they're trying to fight for the Drake. They're moving down. So proving you wrong,
God,
they
what
think
a-
it's a
And
dragon.
that's a nice Bard ultimate. It's a 4-man Bard ultimate. And Brom is blocking most of the damage from Cassiopeia with his shield. And that's a nice taunt, but it was cleansed by Cassiopeia, and we can
And
see that
Synchro goes down.
Veras went in melee range. I don't know for what.
Holy
think it-
shit, that's a pentakill. Oh
That's
my
a
God,
pentakill
Shinji.
by Cassiopeia.
There's a
Warby,
pentakill at 13 minutes. I think this is a big problem right here, man.
It's a 4v5 and the Cassiopeia managed to got a pentakill. So he played really well that fight. He cleansed the taunt from Shen and ulted 2 people. That was really good.
Well, nobody was doing anything to her, you know, like, even if anyone was causing some problems, she would not have been able to do so much damage, you know.
Yeah, because, like, Lucian, by the time that fight was happening, he was out of mana. Braum, you know, he had his shield up and negated a lot of damage, but, like, there's only just so much damage you can negate. And looking at RVX's team comp, like, each and every one of them do a shit ton of damage, whereas, like, you know, Rise of CJ comp, they're, like, really
Alright, let's
tanky
see
and
how
don't
much
do damage.
cash she's going home with. She's going with around 2.6k.
And
I mean,
Cassiopeia has actually the EU LCS build this game, because in LCK people usually go Rod of Ages after tiers, but we can see the Modelo rush in EU LCS.
I
Well,
see.
whatever
she's
works out
7
for
and
him.
0 at, like, 14 minutes in the game.
2800 gold. What's she gonna buy? And Fiora coming in strong. And listen.
And Lee Sin came to counter gank, and that's a nice kick, but I think that was a miscoordination because the flash.
Will
Oh
the
my god,
kill
the taunt
land?
flashy, Dragon's Rage, oh my god, Seeker gonna try to turn it around. Cold Blood comes in with the exhaust and Q.
And
he's gonna
Cold
pick
Blood
up
gets the kill.
Yeah, you can't outplay the flash and auto too.
Yes. And Bard trying to 1v1.
Wow, what a play.
And
Meanwhile, bot lane, there's the culling gonna go out. Shinchi Diamond 5, sorry, just gonna take the portal out. Doesn't really want any of the culling anymore. And I think that's gonna be a bot
They
lane.
are closing in.
I think, yeah, I don't think they should take the bot turn. Shen's coming in.
the Shen missed his taunt,
Rip feels bad.
and that's a nice ultimate by Bard.
Oh my god.
Bard is landing
Bard
some
is
good
playing
ultimates
actually
this
really
game. Yes, 3
Holy
ultimates,
shit, that
really
was a
good.
really good double stun. Here comes Lee Sin, really can't do much. Bard's just ultimates have been on point this game. I mean, in the 2v2 at the Dragon Pit, he literally set up the pentakill for
Cassiopeia.
Shinji over there.
And we can see the cocoon landing. They're just trying to delay the bot lane so Cassiopeia can get the mid tower. It's gonna be a problem for Galio to stop Cassiopeia from sieging, considering how much ahead she is.
Okay, this guy's like way too ahead. I don't think they can really do anything to her. Like whatever person literally that comes and ganks her lane, I'm pretty sure she can outplay it along with like Forest Self or so. Yeah, 2 turrets down. This doesn't look like a very bright one for CJ.
And we can see that Cassiopeia is going for the Leandris. And Seeker got the blue buff.
Oh, he did? Okay, he did. Now Shen not looking in a very good position right here. Top turret is down. This looks like it's gonna be a kill.
And
Taunt
that's a
landing.
flash.
Oh, there's a flash.
There's a flash from Shen, and
But- It was a good trade for Seeker.
yes, and he's putting
Flash
so
from
much
98.
pressure on top lane. The game is getting harder and harder every second.
Exactly,
the blue
especially
team,
with
yeah.
both solo laners having both like the inner and the first two turrets down, and Lee Sin literally cannot be at every place at once. So like it puts these solo laners at risk every time they just like step out of their base. They're at risk to get like 1v1 or 2v1. So it's really
Yeah.
hard for CJ to just farm up and play that slow patient game, and RVX is just giving them a real tough time.
But you have to mention that even in a snowballish game like this, Synchro has managed to go 0-2. That's pretty interesting.
I mean, RVX's bot lane hasn't been doing the best, but their solo lanes have built up such a lead that their bot lane literally doesn't need to do anything. I mean,
And I think the reason why the solo laners are so ahead is because of jungler.
yeah,
their jungler
Forrest was
played really well.
Forrest was literally everywhere. I mean, he was making correct calls on the invade. They were pushing their lanes. All their lanes just coincided with whatever Forrest wanted to do.
They're taking control of the bot side jungle, and they're trying to push to the second tower of the bot lane. And we want to see how CJ is going to respond to that.
Yeah, and one thing I really like about RVX is even though they're so far ahead, they're still playing the game like really slowly, making sure all the turrets are gone before they start sieging those inhibitor turrets. Whereas like, I'm pretty sure if I was in this position, I'd just go for the inhibitor turrets. Like, get 4-man mid, let's go for the mid inhibitor turret.
Well, if you see Cassiopeia's
Bard is
he has got
1v1ing
a
Lee Sin,
Magi.
and Lee Sin dies instantly. And what's
And
going
that's a
on?
nice ultimate by Cassiopeia stunning the Lucian, and it's probably gonna be a dead Lucian. Even the Shen ult couldn't save him.
Yep, Nagario
And-
seems like the last target. He's gonna go down, and another is that an ace? Oh, Shen was alive.
And we can see the badge coming out from Seeker. Where now we know that here the Cassiopeia is going 1v4, and that's a nice kick by Lee Sin, but the Lucian was stunned by the cocoon.
Unable to dish out DPS, and Galio missing the taunt. He's gonna get stunned again. There's just
And
so
Pura
much
is
damage
going in
coming up
again.
from Shinchu.
It's a very risky fight for RVX because all of their members are below half HP, except Seeker.
And a good taunt from
And a
everyone.
nice
I think
two-man
3 of
taunt
them are
and
going to
followed
die.
up by a Shen taunt. And
Oh,
we
they
can
get
see
the
Seeker
shutdown.
coming out from behind, and he managed to get the heal.
And Seeker is doing so much damage, and what the hell now?
And that's a quadra kill for Seeker.
Alright, so no
That's-
Penta.
That was a nice teleport by Seeker.
Yes. And he played well too. For a moment I thought CJ won the game right there. Alright, so they're not ending right now. The minion wave is coming, and they might be able to take bot tower after they recall. Or are they going to do Baron after that?
I think they're probably going for Baron.
Yeah, Baron would be the much more safer route. Do the Baron, get those empowered Baron minions, and then looking at CJ, I really don't think they're gonna come back from this. But like, can they pick up a couple of kills and all? Can they do something while they siege is the question.
And the cocoon misses, and there's the 1v1 coming in from Forest, and I think he's going down. Or he is not.
Well, we expected a 1v1, but
I think if the cocoon landed, I think he would have come out on top.
yeah. No, kill please. Okay.
So they let him go, and we can see a 1v1 versus Fiora and Lee Sin. Who's going to win? Okay.
And what do you think about this Vera speed, Loki?
First build, I mean, when your team is so far ahead, you can literally build anything. I mean, that's
No,
not a very
I mean,
traditional build.
I saw this thing that if you're really behind and you get really mad, if you can channel your inner rage into rage blade, it makes you deal a lot of damage. You know?
Oh, you can see him
And we
already
can
doing
see
a
that
lot of
Fiora
damage.
tanking 3 people at once, and Galio going in for the quadra kill, but he dies. So we can
But-
see that Lee Sin is only left. So what do you guys think? Can he get a quadra kill now?
Oh,
I
of
think
course
he
can,
he
dude.
will go for the
quadra
penta, I
kill. He
think.
can get a penta kill if you ask
Yeah.
me.
Let's go!
He just needs to build the rage blade and it's all right.
Channel your inner rage into the rage blade.
And Lee Sin goes in for the kill, but
And we can see that
he-
1v1.
Like a 3v1.
it might have been a 1v1, but you know the other members butted in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Well,
that's
GG, well
game.
played.
Welcome RVX, third seed to represent Bangladesh against India. You guys have your, Revenant, you have your first place match tomorrow, right?
Yup.
Best of luck for that, man.
Yeah,
Make us
and
proud.
best of luck to you too as well. You have your
Thanks,
match
man.
on Friday.
yes, best of luck to both of you. Best of luck to me too, and all of these teams as well, and all of you who are watching. Best of luck in your life. And Fiora did the highest damage, as we can see, even though I expected it to be Cassiopeia maybe.
Yeah.
And let's see, damage taken. No bats here because Bradley is not around. But I think
think
Death,
Galio-
yes, Death did do the job for Bradley. He did
Oh,
take the
wow,
highest
really?
damage. Yes,
He took more damage than Galio.
yes, a lot more.
Wow.
Like around 4,000 more damage than Galio. Almost as much as Fiora. So yes, good game, well played both teams. See you later on the next matches.